story about three roommates, Duck, Squirrel, and Gecko, who were great friends but not great roommates. Although they started living together, they didn't get along. They're constantly getting into conflicts. Gecko didn't clean their dishes, Duck left a mess over there, and Squirrel hoards too much. Living together was tough. However, they really wanted to hash things out and make it work, so they called in a friend for help to teach them nonviolent communication. What is nonviolent communication, you may ask? And how can it help Duck, Squirrel, and Gecko get along? After a scary flood washed over the valley, Duck, Squirrel, and Gecko became separated from their families. All three of them were incredibly sad and lonely and decided to live together. "What a great idea! I'm a great roommate," said Duck. Gecko yelled, "Yes!" to roomies. And Squirrel purred and shouted, "Yay! Let's do this!" They found a house and moved in immediately. Unfortunately, their excitement about living together didn't last very long. It lasted a day. Squirrel, who was very orderly, immediately started to gather acorns in the house. A house needs to be organized and spotless. Gecko, on the other hand, was messy. Although he was excellent at catching and killing flies, he left these marks all over. It really grossed out Squirrel. Duck was the sporty one who only cared about preparing for his triathlon. Duck, at all hours of the day, spends most of his time working out and creating a ruckus. Mornings, day, and night is filled with him dropping his weights on the floor, playing his music loud while running on the treadmill, and practicing his freestyle in the bathtub. There was so much water that Squirrel slid across the bathroom. At that moment, Squirrel had it. "We can't live together unless we get help. I am calling Dr. Dolittle." Hello, welcome. I'm Dr. Dolittle. Have a seat wherever you feel comfortable. How can I help you all? Duck, Squirrel, and Gecko begin to talk at the same time. Dr. Dolittle brings down her glasses and puts her paw up and asks them to speak one at a time using a dog bone as a talking piece. I think you all can benefit from nonviolent communication or collaborative communication. Nonviolent communication is a way of communicating from the heart. It allows us to communicate and receive communication from a place of compassion, empathy, and understanding of unmet and met needs. Nonviolent communication focuses on what is being observed, felt, and needed rather than on labeling and judging. Why is nonviolent communication important, you may ask? Well, it creates safety for our feelings. Okay, so how do we do it? Here are the steps. Step 1, observations. What is happening objectively in the situation? For example, Squirrel, when you notice that Duck practices swimming in the tub and then the floor gets wet, you might say to Duck, "I noticed that you're swimming in the tub, which results in the floor getting wet sometimes." Avoid including judgments and/or evaluations, and this would sound like, "You are inconsiderate and rude swimming in the tub and making a mess." Step 2, feelings. What are you feeling in response to the observation? Please use emotional words such as fear, anger, sadness, disgust, joy, anxiety, or shame to describe your emotions. Continue to avoid judgments in this step. For example, When I see you swimming in the tub, I feel anxious because I may slip and fall. Step 3. State what needs of yours are connected to the feelings you have identified. Common needs would include trust, respect, peace, celebration, or autonomy. Let me ask you, Squirrel, by the floor being dry, what need is met? I feel safe in my own home. Step 4. Request using clear, concrete language to ask for what you want from the other roommate that would contribute to your well-being. In this situation, that may sound like, can you please swim at the gym to keep the bathroom floor dry? A dry floor would make me feel safe at home. Dr. Dolittle looks at Duck, Squirrel, and Gecko and invites them to practice nonviolent communication. After 3 therapy sessions, Duck, Squirrel, and Gecko become excellent at nonviolent communication. Of course, they had moments of disagreements and differences, but by using the steps, they were able to work through their issues, learn to compromise, negotiate, and create a home environment of joy, calm, and peace. We are Family and Children's Services, a division of Kaminar. Thank you so much for watching this video on nonviolent communication. We're looking forward to creating more educational videos. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button to get notifications when the next video comes out. Bye-bye.